Welcome back to Rev It Up Bowling. My name is Jason Robarge, and today we have a pattern breakdown for you. So we're running a summer league. It's going to be 4 sport shots over 12 weeks, 3-week blocks. And the first pattern we are bowling on is Scorpion. I wanted to create this video just to give, especially the people at Bowling League, we have about 60 members bowling the summer league. And I wanted to give you guys a visual on how to play it, maybe what equipment to use, and just talk about breakdown and generally just get an idea on what the pattern does and how to get lined up on it. I wanted to give you guys just a video reference you can go back to and reference while you bowl on this pattern in the next 3 weeks to figure out what you need to do. I'm gonna be bowling. Of course, I'm right-handed. However, I do have my brother, John Robarge, bowling. He's a lefty. He'll be showing the left side. I think we only have a few lefties, but either way, this should be pretty fun. The Scorpion pattern, it is a 35 mils, 12 mils, 17 mils forward, I think, something like that. Anyways, it has a lot more forward than reverse, but we'll get into that as we bowl on it more. This pattern is reasonably hard. They bowled it on the World Series of Bowling, and I wanted to put it out here just to give you guys, one, a video reference of what we're doing, but also what the pros did. Now, obviously, they're gonna be bowling in a completely different setting. However, still gives you a good idea on how they tackle this pattern. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're bowling on 42 foot. Now the rule of 31, which is just a very base guideline, says that we should minus 31 from 42 and we get about 11. What that tells me is my break point will be somewhere around that second tracer down lane, somewhere around 10, 9 to 11, depending on where I'm playing. But what I'm going to do is start out where I think it's gonna play, and I'm gonna use my benchmark ball to start. Benchmark ball, usually the most comfortable bowling ball you have. You know what it does, and you know how to read off of it. Not saying it's going to work right away. However, it's a good idea to get lined up. I'm gonna be throwing the sneak attack. In this video, we also will be changing bowling balls. We're not really necessarily going for a high score, but just get an idea on what the pattern does and give you guys some information. All right, let's do the first shot. I'm gonna go somewhere like 15 to 9, play up a little bit more. We'll see what this does. All right, I'm assuming I got some OB. Let's get it not farther right than 8 down lane. That looked really good.
That looked very good.
That looked very good. Yeah, I played that like 15 to about 8 down lane. Again, with a smooth, symmetric, not crazy aggressive, and it looked pretty good. We're gonna make some adjustments as we go forward.
And I'm gonna start with my Evoke. It's my regular start house ball. So we'll see how this goes. Sand it up to 3,000 right now, like I normally do for house shot. I'm staying about 12, and I'm looking about 9, 8 board up the boards.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Didn't quite finish as much.
No, and that's probably has to do with the amount of high polish or high surface on it.
Yeah, if it had a little bit more, it might hook a little earlier.
Yeah.
All right, this shot was pretty good. I don't know if I have a whole lot of room. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to throw the same shot. I'm human. I might miss a little bit. That's gonna tell me if I have a decent amount of room with this ball. I'm sliding probably about 24, 20. What am I sliding on? Like 24. Like I said, trying to go somewhere around 15, 16 to about 8. Go ball. All right, not too bad. If you guys look at the graph, we're gonna have it posted. It's an asymmetrical graph. Lefties and righties will have different ratios. On the right side, you guys are gonna see a good amount of taper, somewhere between 8 and 12. Where we want the ball to start its motion is somewhere around that area, which is what I'm trying to look at down lane. That one I missed into like 12. The other one I hit 9 or so down lane. It definitely didn't give me 3 boards of tug room, that's for sure. Very nice, very nice. So that's not too bad. What it tells me there is I definitely don't have tug. If you look at the pattern, the middle is very flat. If you play too far too left early, you might run into basically playing a US Open flat pattern at that point. Red square, whatever it is. If you move too far too left, you're gonna get away from that ratio and you're basically bowling a flat pattern at that point. What'd you do?
I hit with 2,000.
All right.
By hand.
All right, we'll see what 2,000 does for this man.
Same starting position, same mark, see what the ball does. Got that in a little bit.
Yeah.
It did pick up a little earlier, it looked like. So Yeah, I just missed about a board and a half in, and it did pick up earlier though.
Okay. True roll bars. True roll bars. All right. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move a little left. I wanna try to get, I know I mentioned getting to the flat pattern, but I'm still getting the ball over those ratios down lane. It's a 42-foot pattern, has about 7 feet of buff. It might play a little shorter than 42, but on these lanes, there's not a lot of friction, as I mentioned in previous videos. Back ends are have more recovery, a little bit cleaner. I don't have a whole lot of tug room, so I wanna move left a little bit to see if I can find that a little bit more. I'm just gonna move like 1 or 2, honestly, like nothing crazy. Still don't have a whole lot of room. As far as this bowling ball goes, and what I'm seeing is it's picking up in the right spot. I feel like maybe it could pick up a little earlier. That way it retains less energy down lane. It's a little too continuous, I feel like, currently for what I'm bowling on, but we'll see. I'm gonna make a ball change after this one. That was a good miss. Jesus.
All right, and as stated in my previous shot, the ball did check up a little earlier, which is what I was looking for, just to try to get that ball motion earlier, rolling more off the back end into the pocket, which is where I like to put everything. I'm gonna try to actually hit my mark this time. Missed outside.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But missed outside and really didn't have a recovery.
Yeah, definitely with this pattern, you're gonna have medium patterns, you're gonna have OB right and OB left. On this particular set, from what I saw from last week's league and now, is if you get that ball right a 5, unless maybe you're playing up the board some, it ain't coming back. Yeah, not much better.
I just dropped that one though.
I felt like this ball had too much continuation, maybe a little too clean down the lane. I'm gonna be switching to the GB5. This has a little bit higher differential, should be burning a little bit more energy as it goes down lane. Also, the surface is like a 1500, 2000 with a few games on it, nothing crazy. That one was at like 4. We're gonna go to a little bit more surface, a little bit more ball, try to get it to smoothen the lane out a little bit more. That wasn't it. I missed it right a little bit, but it was a lot smoother, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Well, definitely. With that, that tells me I can probably move back right a teensy bit, because it did hook up earlier. Actually, we got back more than I thought, and it was, 7-6 down lane.
Just like a row bars.
Yeah, I'm not getting the, I'm not getting pin count, but that's okay.
All right. We're not counting score against each other. You can't count your win-loss until second game.
Yep.
Where you lose again. So I'm just the same spot, same mark, just trying to get that ball, roll into it, and looking for the carry I want. That's a little better. Still missed.
Yeah,
still a little outside of where I was looking, but
it gave you some recovery.
It gave you some recovery, yeah. All
right, we're gonna move right a little bit with the GB5. When I play patterns, the one thing I'm looking for is either have miss room in or miss room right. Obviously, like on house shots, you sometimes are gonna have both, right? That's what makes them easier. On house patterns, if I can find a miss, I'll try to play it just because it'll open up the lane a little bit more and give me some confidence. So I'm gonna move right just a little bit, probably somewhere around 13 at the arrows, somewhere around there. Not too bad, not too bad. I think I could probably slow down a little bit. It actually has more recovery right than I thought, so that's good. I think I'm heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it looked a tad fast for you.
It was, I think, a little fast. Let's throw a double, JJ.
Yeah, let's see if we can get our first double of the day. Or 5 pin. Gotta love them pocket 5 pins.
We haven't had, I don't think we've had one on the channel yet. Besides the Carlys during the tournaments, but yeah. All right, JJ, I'll take a shot at 8 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, sure. Screwball.
And he got it. Good pick, hard spare.
Yeah, it seems like that ball's starting to run a little long now.
It is a little long. If I made any adjustment for you, I'd say either slow down a little bit or try to find more friction. Now we know that there's not a lot of friction out there right now, so I would probably say slow down a teensy bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same advice. I liked where I was standing before. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. It was a little too quick last shot. Never really got into its roll too much, so. That was better.
Double dribble.
That's okay. That's okay, it was online.
Yeah.
Yeah, slow down a little bit. Still 17.5 as far as what it says up there. But it definitely slowed down just a teensy bit more. Yeah, launch speed was down just a teensy bit.
Now it's my turn to slow down a little bit.
Go ball.
Missed it, but unlike Jason, I'm not a professional and can't adjust my speed to the microns.
It's nice when I can do it right.
Yeah.
Barely.
Hey, it's just how it was planned. Destroy the non-existent 4-pin.
Hey man, it works. So with something like this too, we just have one bowler. You guys really won't see what happens in game like 3 and 4 during the league. We just won't see as much breakdown, but it still gives you a good idea where to line up and how to adjust off of that. So, all right, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just slow down just a little bit, keep the same speed as last shot, and everything else looked pretty good. The ball motion through the pins was meh, but we'll see what this does. Oh God, Jason, you're so bad. Attaboy.
Give us Brooklyn's.
Yeah, timing's a little late, I think.
It's also early in the morning.
I swear, the earlier I bowl, the longer it takes for me to like
Warm up.
Yeah, get zoned in.
There we
Good
go.
shot.
That's it right there.
Yeah, that looked really good. It's not
Oh yeah,
about like ass.
About half a mile slower.
Yeah, that's about what it is. Good shot. It was a timing a little bit. What?
A lot straighter than you. A little straighter.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I got my timing a little figured out. Those last couple shots, so that felt a lot better. Felt like I had a flat spot. Not too bad, not too bad.
Well, it took us about, what, half a game to get lined up?
Hook ball, hook ball.
I'm a lefty, I got edge.
Yep. Yep, JJ's line looks pretty dang good. As far as this pattern goes, as it starts breaking down, there's some things on the sheet that you guys are gonna notice or should pay attention to. If you're a righty or even a lefty, about the same. There's 7 feet of buff on this pattern. When there's buff on a pattern, it means it's not the lane machine, it's not really laying down any oil, it's just buffing whatever's on the roller or basically on the lane. That's definitely provides some oil on the lane, but not a lot. When there's a lot of buff on a pattern, expect that pattern to probably play a little shorter. Also, when there's a lot of buff, expect carry down to not be as crazy. If it's just oiling to 40 feet and it's a hard cutoff, then there's like units and it drops off. Those get pushed down a lot. But when it's like buff and it buffs out the lane a little bit, that oil won't move as quickly down lane. You might not see as much carry down, and typically the patterns will play a little shorter. All right, the same shot again. Let's see if we can repeat it. Go, go, go. Yeah.
Oh, ham bone.
Ham bone with a Brooklyn. Wasn't too bad. But as you guys can see, my angles aren't opened wide early, right? I'm not creating a big belly with the bowling ball. This pattern, we want to keep our angles a little tighter. And honestly, this is a great pattern to practice for nationals. This is what we're going to be trying to play there too. Still your cotton candy ball.
Cotton candy ball. You know, out of all the motive stuff, this probably has the best colors that I've seen in a while.
Hook ball.
Nope.
That's all right.
A little straight off the hand.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that has better colors than that ball, probably this effect right here.
And the Beyond Infinity.
Oh, and the, yes.
Gorgeous.
Arctic Vibe looks.
Oh, I ordered one. Oh, it's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna put some purple grips in it?
Nah, I like my clears. Oop, hook.
Nope.
Sorry. Get back.
Again, a little straight.
While you guys are bowling the league too, This is a hard pattern. The patterns we're putting out are not easy, right? Think about throwing straight at your spares. It's gonna help a lot, you know, especially for league bowlers. We're pretty used to throwing at, especially on left side stuff, we usually hook at it. On hard patterns like these, we wanna take the lane out of play. Maybe think about working on throwing straight at stuff. Right off the get-go, if you've never done it, you're probably gonna miss more than you normally do. But over the course of some practice, it's gonna help a ton because you're taking the lane out of play. You don't have to hook through all that coil. So let's try to throw another good shot. Last one was just in a teensy bit, so that's totally fine. Go. Yes.
Where were you aiming down at your break point?
That's probably like 12 right now.
12?
I pulled it in a teensy bit. It might be over 10.
It looked about 10, 10 and a half.
What is
Or 10, 9 and a half.
My break point was 9.
Yeah.
That's as far right as the ball got. So yeah, right on that tracer, right on that right tracer.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, not too bad. We're using a GB5, a little bit of surface, 4-inch pin. We like to read a little bit earlier, be a lot smoother. With a high val angle, it shoves it pinned down. It's smooth and still continuous.
Center frame, by the way.
Oh crap.
Come on, finish out.
All right, I'm gonna throw this one more time and then I wanna switch to an asymmetric. See what that does. I'm gonna be throwing my effect today, but I'll throw that after this shot. Hook ball, hook ball, hook ball, hook ball. Another 5-pin. Hey.
My turn.
Dang it. All right, I'm still gonna throw this ball at the spare. Hopefully I don't buy shots at 8 in the morning.
I need hydration.
So with the effect, I'm gonna play the exact same line. Usually when you ball change, sometimes definitely make it a little move. Sometimes if we can ball change and stay in the same place to at least get a read like in a fill ball, it's the best place to do it. Because if we change more than one thing at a time, then you don't know exactly which one worked or which one didn't. We're gonna stay in the same place. All right, that looked pretty good. All right, we're gonna throw that next game and see what happens.
Fill frame for me as well. I'm gonna try my Rhino Pro Teal. Just see how it reads. It's
symmetric.
Symmetric, a little lower end, but it's gonna read earlier.
That ball, yeah, the way we have it drilled.
Compared to Evoke. Same starting position, starting 22, still aiming up 8. Definitely reads earlier.
Yeah, what I saw with that ball is you have a big asymmetric and then you have a medium symmetric. So that ball was definitely more continuous off the back end. I would say with that shot, if everything looked good, move one board right just to give it a little bit more time to hook.
Yeah, a little extra room.
Yeah.
And then with a practice session like this, what I'd probably do for the next week of league is start with this ball over my Evoke. Just because I like the ball motion of this better, personally, going that forward. Like if you're in league, you throw something that looks better than what you normally start with, maybe start with that next week. See how it does on super fresh.
Yep. Go ball. All right, not too bad.
I'll get as far right as I did the last shot.
Oh boy.
And like Jason said, I adjusted off of what I missed because I missed that last spare by trying to hook at it. I threw a lot straighter at it.
Yeah.
And it worked out better.
So far what we've seen on Fresh basically is on the right side, you want your break point to be somewhere around that right tracer. For me, I'm a little bit more heavy-handed, so I'm gonna be around the 3rd arrow. However, for you guys in the league, high rev rate or low rev rate, we still want our break point to be roughly around that 2nd tracer. So if you're lower rev rate and you're playing up the lane a little bit more, that's totally fine. You may be able to leak it right just a teensy bit more just because the ball's not traveling so many boards. But if you're more heavy-handed, you might be playing inside or maybe using weaker equipment. For instance, the sneak attack was a weak ball. So far what I've seen with that, the GB gave me a phenomenal look. If I was bowling a tournament, I'd honestly probably stay in that and adjust accordingly. But on the 2nd game, we're gonna go ahead and throw the effect. In game 2, I'm gonna be throwing asym just to see what it does. I'm gonna be throwing the effect. It has pin and ring finger. Typically for me, it's a little mid-laney. But for a pearl, this ball is definitely more, I wouldn't say a solid, don't get me wrong, it's cleaner than that, but it's definitely not a skid snappy pearl like you would think. Very aggressive cover stock. It likes to blend a little bit more. That shot, the 5-pin, looked pretty good, so I'm gonna stay in the same place as I was and see what this ball does. Oh, hook ball.
Big wheel.
Yeah, that was an accident. Well, that ball definitely gave me more away. I don't think the GB5 would have, might have touched the head pin, but that's okay.
I think that would have been a straight 3.
No, I don't think it would have been that bad. I didn't miss by that much, but that's okay. All right, that's good. Very nice, good spare.
That right there is how you throw straight it. Nice.
All right.
I'm going to stay with the Rhino Pro and strike. Yeah, now keep it up the boards. Hook ball. Ah, the 7 pin.
Not too bad.
If I leave a pocket 7 pin, I know I've hit the pocket right. Well, hit the pocket good.
Yeah, that was a little quick.
Angle's a little straight. Oh, shit.
Sorry, get back.
7 pin my nemesis.
All right. Same thing. Don't throw it like an ass. Stay in the pocket. Oh, God.
Looked like you got a little flat on that one.
Yeah, I was looking at the back of it, but my angles are definitely missed right. It's just too much. My angles are too open early.
Yeah.
It's like getting to the spot I want, but it's too early to get there, but just doesn't see it. I will say with that ball, the cleaner cover stock, it's not seeing the lane early enough to have like recovery right, but I haven't put it on line at all, so.
All right, so for that last shot, I'm actually gonna move another board right, and I'm actually gonna move one board right with my mark as well, try to get into the oil a little more.
Very good, nice touch.
Yeah, get the ball just a little more,
It just gets down lane because last time you flat 10, if you look over here, or flat 7, and it hooked pretty early, and it just didn't have enough energy going through the pocket. It slowed down like 4.7 miles an hour. Yeah. It slowed down too much and didn't have the energy.
Yeah, this one, it retained its energy by staying in the oil a little longer.
Correct. I still threw it right.
But you had enough recovery.
Yeah, I scooped it. Oh. My timing's been an issue lately. Oh, I did it.
All right, let's see if I can get this double. Yeah, that one I missed a little straight.
Oh, just kidding.
That one I missed a little straight and got into it.
Yeah, you got it in a little.
So,
not too shabby. It's fair. I do want to miss inside with this thing. Well, I actually hit my mark, but miss left instead just to see how much room I have. Keep it a little slow, nothing crazy. Got it in. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that was what I was going for originally. And as you can see, it just isn't too much ball for that. It's too quick. I feel like I'm in no man's zone with this ball. Missed right a little too much and it skates. That one was like a board or two in, down lane, and it just didn't even try to make the pocket.
But unlike League, you don't have any help on the right side right now.
Yeah.
You're like a left-hander. Nice.
I'm not a massive fan of the effect currently. So I go miss right, didn't really recover. Miss right, but I scooped it. It recovered sort of. And then when I finally got it in, it just jumped, so. Good shot. That one, yeah, I mean, that's good ball motion. You got some room.
It has great ball motion.
All right, my adjustment to this, where I feel like there's not enough hold inside, and there's OB right. For me, I want to get away from the OB right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zone change left. So, right, I was sliding like 23, 22. Now I want to be sliding about 26, 27. So I'm going to zone change into a different area of the lane. Technically, I'm moving into the flatter portion, but I'm hoping I've bowled enough to create a little bit more ratio from where I was playing a little bit farther right. Still get it to about 10 down lane though. Much better.
That's good. That was about what, 7, 8 board break?
Yeah, roughly there. This says 6.5. It might have hit 6, but the fact that I have some more recovery right means that where I was playing with a couple shots in practice in that first game, I can move left a little bit and bounce off that friction a little bit more. That's what I saw. I feel like on fresh that would have wiggled. It wouldn't have made it back. Hook ball.
Woo. Big miss.
Yeah, just missed right. I left a little bit again.
Yeah. We all know I'm not the most consistent left-hander around. Well, a consistent left-hander you call Andy Hansen.
Hook ball. Nice. Good spare.
Thank you.
All right. So let's try to mimic that shot again. It looked really good at great ball motion, and more importantly, it went through the pins properly. I was about 22 with my feet. I drift, of course. I slide left. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Slid a ton for some reason. Timing. Worried everything before the foul line. I'm not making ball motion. Come on. Okay.
Good spares.
Throwing a ball, not phenomenal.
It's like people in their channel, their comments say, they love that you're human.
I hate that I'm human. I want to strike every time.
I mean, it's not like we can afford a robot. Big missing.
Yeah, I just pulled it.
Big time. That was about 12 at the arrows. I'm aiming like 9.
Hey boy.
Thank you.
All right, worry about ball motion. Worry about ball motion. All right, nice comfortable shot. Oh, come on, Jason.
For those who are interested, how would you approach this trying to pick it up?
Oh, you want as much angle going across the 2-pin as possible. In order for me to do that, didn't get over enough. But yeah, you want a ton of angle going across it.
Do you kick the 2-pin over?
Yeah, basically think of picking up the 210.
Yeah.
You just need a lot of angle with it. That way you can get the 8-pin in the back.
But when you're bowling for score, what's the best thing to do?
Win?
In that situation.
It depends. Pick 3 probably.
Pick 3.
Get up.
Big hook, come on. Ooh, 7-pin.
Missed a little left. Had to travel a few more boards. And just didn't have enough ass when it hit the pocket.
Yep. Again, another flat 7.
Yeah.
My redemption arc.
Jesus.
That's about where I was aiming too.
I thought that thing was dead in the water. All right.
Well, unlike you, I can't get my wrist fully flat yet.
It takes time. All right.
But I'm no longer big wheeling at spares.
Thank God. Just worried about ball. Just worried about ball. Better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that looked good.
My timing is just so funky right now. Anyways. Look at that. I didn't throw it right.
That's what happens when you don't bowl 3 times a week for...
I don't know. Dude, I've been bowling a ton lately, just practicing. Hook. Shot.
That was a lot better. I got a little more... a little more on the side of the ball at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, look good. All right. All we're worried about is ball motion. Ball motion. So much better. Oh, you suck.
That looked like it was about a board in from their last shot.
Yeah, maybe it was a teensy bit slower. Missed it.
I think you pulled that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. It's really hot time on that one.
That's all right. I know the feeling.
I was there, my ball was not. And the rest is 3-pin.
Very nice. All right, so would I play this bowling ball right now? Absolutely not. I just have to be too perfect with it. I'm gonna go back to my GB5, but I'm very curious to see, I moved 5 boards right off of where I was with this. I'm gonna go into the same shot where I was with that one. Hopefully if I send it right, it picks up early enough and can make it back. Hopefully provide me a little bit more hold. But that thing just trucks left too much, too quickly when it does transition. It is an ASIM, so they like to flip over. Try to smoothen it out a little bit with a symmetric.
Yeah, that one just rolls straight.
Yeah, it rolls a little bit more. It's not so quick to transition. That one looked a lot better. Okay. All right. See the lane, be the lane. So much better.
Oh, butter.
The thing about bowling, man, I wish you could say if you threw it the best, you're gonna score the best. That ain't the case. You cannot out-bowl bad ball reaction.
No?
No, it's just impossible. We're not robots enough for that. When you have bad ball reaction, and then you try more. Then when you try more, and you get in your head, and you can't make ball motion. I know that feeling. All right. Go ball. Even that one gave me more room, and I didn't.
You missed like 3 boards in.
Yeah, and I didn't leave something crazy. I'll take a 4-pin all day off a miss.
And for me, 10th frame, I want to see how my hybrid does.
Yeah.
That's it. ASIM?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of ASIM stuff now.
Nice. Good shot.
Yeah.
One thing about this pattern too, guys, is you can definitely try urethane. It probably wouldn't be my first pick, but if you do try urethane, definitely be right of second arrow. It's a longer pattern. Your urethane's gonna maybe wiggle a little bit more. However, if you can make it work, you can make it work. These lanes in particular, them being relatively new, and the sides are screwed down a lot. They really crown towards the gutter. Makes the gutter very difficult here. That's why I didn't try to throw it, but oh, good.
Oh no. I saw her toiling in the back. I thought I was gonna have to run back there and get it.
Wheel. 7-pin? Ah, good shot. Good game. All right, so Scorpion, as an overview, 42-foot pattern, a decent amount of mills, 35. Definitely a higher volume pattern. For me, I threw 3 balls today. I threw the Sneak Attack, the Game Breaker 5, and the Effect. What I saw was the Sneak Attack was a little bit too late down lane. It never really saw the pattern early enough, and it didn't hook before the end of the pattern. It just skated a little too far. So that can be corrected maybe with some surface. However, I did throw the GB5 next, and that had a much better reaction. Hooked a little bit earlier, was smoother, and set up at the pocket a little bit better. Then I threw the Effect. The Effect was a little too far down lane, a little too quick to respond. I definitely got some over-under. I was able to strike with it, but I didn't really have any miss room. If I had to provide any advice to myself right now would be, if I want to throw the Sneak Attack, I need to touch it with a little bit of surface. GB5 was perfect. It had enough surface, it had enough differential, and it was able to read early enough. And same thing with the Effect, just not enough surface, retained too much energy, and it just got down lane and responded a little too quickly. With JJ's stuff, he threw the Evoke originally. You know, he's playing around 10.
Originally it started at Evoke 3000.
Yeah,
3000.
yeah. That ball, again, got down lane a little bit too much, got behind the head pin. He put 2000 on it. It helped a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough. He threw his Rhino, symmetric, medium ball, but had a little bit more grit to it, was able to read and blend the pattern, and was a little bit more continuous on the back end, was able to
a little more early read on the lane.
Yeah, and it was able to get to the pocket His Trident worked pretty well. Asymmetric hybrid, I believe.
Yeah.
It read the pattern earlier. So for both of us, we needed something that reads more in the mid lane and less in the back end. When you guys are trying to bowl on this, just focus on your ball motion especially. There's no points, there's no nothing, there's no prize fund in this league. Purely educational. You can change surface during the game. It's not sanctioned. This is purely for education, right? If you feel like your ball is over under down lane, grab a 1,000 pad, touch it, see what that does, especially if you've never really used surface much before. But it seems like so far with what we're bowling on, you know, and I have 2 games of lineage on it, right? It hasn't really broke down much. Right now, a little bit of surface for sure. As it breaks down, maybe a little bit less surface just depending on the ball motion. So that was the Scorpion pattern.
I also want to say, if you have questions on surfacing, reference the surfacing video down in the playlist.
Yeah.
He did a really good job on that, and I even go back to it when I have questions.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, as far as the league bowlers especially, please message me, come find me. I'll be walking around during the leagues and stuff helping out. Please ask me any questions. If you're online, just submit your comments. Hey, I bowled on this before. This helped me. I threw this ball. You know, whatever the case may be. Just more information is always better.
We appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, this
open
channel,
dialogue's great for bowling.
Yeah, this channel is a lot of education. And the more feedback, the more comments, all that stuff helps not only you, but maybe someone else, stuff like that. So that was the Scorpion pattern, 42 foot V2, I think. I haven't bowled on this particular.
It was actually
Scorpion. V1. I haven't bowled on this one, I don't think ever. It's pretty fun, not too bad, and you gotta keep your angles a little bit straighter. This was really fun for us to bowl on this stuff and give you guys an idea. If you guys have any questions, like I said, let me know, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel way more than you might think. So my name is Jason Robarge.
JJ Robarge.
We're Rev It Up Bowling. Much love. Peace.